Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Jones. I'm the Director of Education with the Oracle Applications and Technologies Users Group. I'm very excited to welcome everyone to this Ascend 2024 preview with the EPM SIG. Quick reminder for today's webinar, you will be on mute throughout the session. However, you're welcome to send questions at any time through the Q&A portion of the platform. We'll address questions maybe at the end of the webinar. I might take a look at them and shoot them off if I know them. We're recording this session. The recording as well as the slide deck will be available to OATUG members in the knowledge base. We'll also put it up on the Ascend page somewhere. We've got actually kind of an area for that. And finally, I'd like to turn it over for today's the lead of the EPM SIG, and his name is Aaron. Take it away, Aaron.
All right, thank you, Mike. First of all, let me take a moment to welcome everyone and thank you for spending time with us for the next 1 hour. We have a great panel, as you can see. We are excited about sharing what's coming as part of the EPM webinars in Ascend 24. So just to give you an idea, Ascend conference is by the OATUG and OATUG members. The 24 conference is happening in Caesars Palace, Vegas, June 17 to 2024. There's a link where you can check out more about the Ascend conference and register and attend the sessions. Obviously, there's a lot of tracks that have been covered by the Ascend 24 conference. As you can see, eBusiness Suite, Cloud ERP, HCM, PeopleSoft, database analytics. But for today's session, we're going to focus on Cloud EPM. To get into a little bit more detail, EPM sessions we have are for planning, budgeting, financial close, account reconciliation, profitability and cost management, reporting, and a couple of sessions in Cloud Foundations and integrations and master data. So that's the scope for the Ascend 24 conference from EPM SIG. Now, Dan and I'm going to take a moment to talk about EPM. We're going to try our best to convey what EPM is. So Oracle EPM has a suite of applications or products that caters to various needs of the organization. And from a planning forecasting perspective to the consolidation and close processes, account reconciliations, reporting, and all of that is part of the Oracle EPM offerings. And one of the key things is all of these are connected and integrated. So there's a complete package. And if you're in the Oracle ecosystem already, all of these tools can talk to the Oracle ERP, HCM applications as well. Dan, anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I'm going to just touch on each of the applications just a little bit and talk about how amazing they are and how I love some of them more than others. But I think that's more because that's where I spend my time. So we got financial close and consolidation. It's really a full-featured close suite. So that's going to take your books, do all the consolidations, create your eliminations, your intercompanies, and really that's going to develop all of your street reporting data and lock everything down. You want everything in there. It's going to be compliant, and you're going to use that within the finance or within the accounting team primarily, whereas your finance team's looking more at the planning and the forecast. That's where your FP&A team comes in. This is where I spend all of my time, and we can do some really cool stuff with planning and forecasting now. Oracle's got some great content delivered out of the box to do workforce planning, to do project planning, capital planning, all of your OPEX planning, revenue planning, everything. Going forward, forecasting is in there. There's a lot of intelligence added with IPM and then the intelligent planning. They're adding machine learning in there, AI, all the cool buzzwords land in planning and forecasting. And if you're familiar with Essbase, the legacy product, that's sitting behind both FCCS and EPBCS, PBCS planning. It's changed its name a couple of times, but the planning and forecasting piece there is really sitting on top of an Essbase foundation. And that also includes freeform planning, which really is just a raw Essbase application. So you can do pretty much anything in there in terms of any types of modeling. So you can take anything you can do in Excel, you can do in Essbase better is kind of the way I like to think of it. We got long range planning. So some of your long range cash forecasting can be done in here. as well as just kind of long-range strategic planning. If you're doing quarterly or even annual plans out 5 years and longer, that's what our strategic modeling is used for. It technically exists within the planning and forecasting, but it is a different piece. Same with Freeform, which I just kind of touched on a second ago. ARCS is a really cool product, and I feel like a lot of people don't really see this, but this is it's a very powerful account reconciliation product, which you can probably gather by the name there. Really clever naming by Oracle. But it will take, you know, 2 data sources, tie them together, and bring it all together. And ARCS it's got a lot of power. It's not super difficult to implement, and you will save a lot of man hours once you've got ARCS in place. PCM is allocations, so they've renamed it recently from HPCM to EPCM to EPCM. And it's kind of changed foundations, and it's become a lot easier to bring in. We're seeing a lot of value as people implement that. And then I'm going to skip NR and come back to that in a second, but we've got EDM, which is going to master all of these, as well as your ERP or any third-party system, get all of that data all in sync and aligned and in workflows with approval tracks. Everything comes together. And then, you know, tax forecasting is in there. And then I'm going to jump back to NRCS or NR, which is narrative, and that is going to be a reporting solution that sits on top of everything and pulls all of this information together in very presentable, very clear, beautiful reporting that's very easy to configure. The last piece here, predictive cash forecasting, is brand new, just came out last month, and this is going to do really intelligent forecasting on cash. It uses a lot of predictive. It's using machine learning and AI to drive forecasting at daily and weekly levels for short-term and medium-term forecasting with a lot of detail. And there's a lot of power in that application. It's still new. A lot of people are still figuring it out, but it's really cool. And it's just kind of showing where Oracle is kind of driving this and continuing to develop and expand on the suite. So Arun, I'll hand it back to you, where you can kind of expand on any of these.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. I'll just tag on to what Dan just mentioned about ARCS. I think ARCS is a great product. The transaction matching module, especially, it's like, you know, you can create your own matching rules. The matching rules can be configured by the end users itself, and millions of transactions can be processed using the transaction matching module. And we have implemented many places where it does all of that very fast within minutes. When I say minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, it can process those many records. It's an amazing tool. Narrative reporting, one of the key features of narrative reporting, and obviously it sits on top of all of the EPM products except ARCS, but it can also connect to your Oracle GL, right? You can have reports based on Oracle GL. The EDM, obviously, you can connect to, again, same thing, it can connect to your GL, you can connect to all of the EPM applications, so you can synchronize your metadata changes across different applications. All right, with that, I'll move on to what is Oracle EPM SIG? So I'll hand it over to Harsh to take it up.
Hey, everybody. So the Oracle EPM SIG, or Special Interest Group, sometimes people call us the Hyperion User Group as well. And we consist of several members. We're going to introduce ourselves in a slide, and probably in a slide or two. But we're all volunteers to help the general Oracle EPM community. So we focus on 3 main areas. The first being education. That would include training, tips, tricks, things like that. Next would be networking. So that would be introductions at local meetups, conferences, online in general. And lastly, intelligence. So that would include product updates, news, events, anything new that's going on. And so we do all of this and put it together through a variety of tools, such as webinars, in-person events. We have blogs, conferences, and social media in general as well. All right, next slide.
Thanks, Harsh. All right, I'll have each of our members introduce themselves, but this is our board as of now. And we have the newest members go first. So Ali and Dan joined the board this year. So I'll have Ali introduce himself first, and then I'll hand it over to Dan.
Thank you. My name is Ali. I'm a manager over in Huron's digital EPM practice. I'm located out in sunny Los Angeles, and I have experience leading implementations across the EPM platform with clients of all sizes and candidly across all industries. So I've worked with planning and budgeting, FCCS, account reconciliation, master data management or EDM, and then reporting. I kind of went with more of the functional areas here, but effectively, basically the same list that Dan and Aruna just covered. I'm especially passionate about EPM and reporting, and I'm always looking for opportunities to grow and develop. And I guess a little known fact about me, I'm not a huge fan of cheese. I honestly detest it. I've heard everything, all the comments, all the witty remarks. It's not lactose intolerance. It's not an allergy, nothing physical. It's just a psychological, I guess, hatred for a certain kind of food. But with that, I'll pass it to Dan.
Thanks, Ali. I kind of stole the first line here from Ali here. So I work at Huron as well. So I'm a director in the digital practice. I'm also an Oracle Ace Pro, which basically means I spend a lot of time telling people how great Oracle is. I've been doing this for like 15 years. I just say 15 plus because anything over 15, it just, it gets sad when I look at the number. But I really do absolutely love Essbase and planning and what we can do with the products. I love innovating and figuring out new things that we can do. I like working on the edge cases. I like being challenged. I enjoy this because every implementation is different. We're never just repeating the same thing. Oracle's making it a little easier for us and a little more repeatable with some of the modules. But everybody's got a little bit of a uniqueness, and I love seeing how everybody works and what they want to do and what they're doing with the applications. Again, my focus is on planning and Essbase. So with planning, obviously, I like to say planning is a little bit more of a creative tool than close. Close has to happen a very specific way, whereas planning, you can do anything you want. And I just really enjoy figuring that out. So I speak at a lot of conferences, anything local, national, anywhere that they'll let me show up. I will show up and speak about something. Usually I tend to ramble for an hour, and at the end of it, people are happy. So something worked out well. But I really am looking forward to meeting a lot of you. I know there's a lot of people on the event here that I haven't had the opportunity to meet, and I will be at the conference. I'm presenting at some point while I'm there, and really looking forward to kind of getting to meet everybody and learning about your unique use cases and what we can do in planning to make it better. I love just kind of coming up with that stuff. I'm based in Canada, so I'm in Windsor, so almost in Detroit, but still in Canada.
Thanks, Dan. You want to share any less known fact about you?
I spend most of my free time building an airplane in my garage. Everybody thinks when I say that I'm talking about a model, but no, I'm building a full-scale airplane in my garage. That's my hobby.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, Azmat.
Hi there, Azmat Badi. Nice to meet you everyone here online virtually. I'm working as a solutions director at Hackett Group based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm also an Oracle Ace associate. Been working with Hyperion since 2007, back Hyperion system 9 days, did a lot of implementation and a lot of projects, a lot of upgrades, support. I also work with ERP, SAP applications, and a lot of data management, FDM. If you guys remember HAL, Hyperion Application Link and Hyperion Translation Manager. So I've done all those things. And also I like to do a lot of community work here in Toronto, part of the user group with Arun and Harsh and team members. I have a blog here that you can visit and see, update the blog frequently. And known fact about me, I do a lot of road biking. So since I'm in Toronto in a hilly area here in where I am located, so love doing road biking.
Thanks, Azmat. Glenn.
I am Glenn Roth. I work for Tata Consultancy, TCS, as a senior director in the finance and administration in public sector, and I lead our Oracle Government Solutions team. My goal is to build out a strong public sector capability within TCS. I've been doing this for over 25 years, 20 of it in public sector and higher ed. I started with Essbase way before Oracle acquired them. I basically have done over 75 implementations, majority of which are in the public sector, in state and local government. I think I've done like 8 states and maybe 50 some counties and cities. I'm based in Maryland. I'm an avid Orioles and Ravens fan, love my sports. And a little known fact about me is I love watching old Western movies on the weekend. And I have my private pilot's license and like to fly when the opportunity avails itself.
Awesome. Seems like you and Dan has similar passions in terms of flying.
Absolutely.
We'll have to chat when we get to Ascend.
Absolutely.
Harsh.
Hey, everybody. So my name is Harsh Dave, typical slide similar, I'd say very similar to Ali. So I'm a director here at the Hackett Group. Not similar to Ali, but I'm based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, which is similar to Arun and Azmat. I am certified in planning, profitability and cost management, as well as narrative reporting, but I've implemented the entire suite except for tax reporting, but we'll just pretend that one doesn't exist. And similar to Dan, I've been to quite a few conferences. I've done quite a few webinars as well. And really, I've learned a lot from going to these webinars and just reading free blogs that people put out. So the reason I'm here is I really want to pass that along because it's helped me tremendously in both my career as well as just my general learning. Fun fact about me that nobody knows, or not too many, is that I did once wrestle an alligator, and it wasn't just to be mean to the alligator, it was actually, it had an injury, so somebody needed a little help corralling the alligator so they could apply some ointment to its leg.
Exciting and dangerous.
I take it you won.
It seems like it because he's alive. So.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, thanks, Harsh. Nitish?
Hello, everyone. I'm Nitesh Ergal. I am a project manager at Caresoft Inc. I have about 13 plus years of experience in architecting, designing, and managing EPM suite of products. So I started with SBase and planning, and then I have implemented approximately all the products across the EPM suite, and I'm certified in most of them. And in general, I'm passionate about Oracle EPM. I love going through conferences and webinars and blogs and discussions, and I like meeting people and discussing about Oracle EPM. And again, my goal is again to empower users, share my knowledge, and learn from others. One less known fact about me is I'm a budding photographer, and I'm an amateur wildlife photographer as well. I love clicking pictures. So yeah, that's about me.
That's great to know, Nitish. Thank you. All right, last but not least, my name is Arun. I am based out of Toronto and I'm part of the Deloitte Canada EPM practice. I'm a manager here. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess, to have worked on both ERP and EPM. I started as an ERP technical consultant and been in the EPM space since 2015. So I love any opportunity to work on both the projects which has both ERP and EPM. I blog a lot. I post a lot on LinkedIn. So, usually when the Oracle updates come out, I'm like one of the first ones to go and check out what's coming new. And then usually I blog about it on LinkedIn. Sometimes I go a little bit more detail and explain some of the new REST APIs or new technical architecture changes that's coming out of the new updates. So there's a link to my blog. I also have a YouTube channel where I share not just EPM, but ERP, EPM, reporting related videos, etc. And there's a link to my LinkedIn newsletter. It's been growing. So right now it's, I think around 2,500 people are subscribed to the LinkedIn newsletter. So I'm very happy about it and thankful as well. one less known fact about me, I love woodworking. I make a lot of small woodworking projects around the home. So whenever my wife is thinking of something new, I might try to make it myself. So that's one less known fact about me. I've been very fortunate to be part of the Oracle OATUG EPM SIG. Been able to share a lot of knowledge with the group. Also work with folks like Dan, Hirsch, Asmat to promote the Toronto EPM user group. So that's an upcoming user group that we have in Toronto area. We've been having sessions probably every 6 months, 6 to 7 months. We've been having sessions. So I've been very fortunate to be part of this community and also share whatever we know and also bring together other experts so you can share knowledge in the EPM space. Okay, I think next we are going to take a preview of all of this amazing content that we have planned for Ascent. So we have the session starting on June 17th through 20th. We have 15 plus sessions focused on Oracle EPM Cloud, including 4 Oracle-led roadmap sessions. I'll hand it over to Nitish to provide more details on this.
So this year we have a great lineup. We have 16 sessions all focused on Oracle EPM Cloud, and we'll take you through kind of an abstract and high-level overview of each of these sessions in next few slides. Of these 16 sessions, 4 are Oracle-led sessions. So we have folks from Oracle product team who will be part and who will be conducting sessions and providing more information on roadmaps and what to look forward to in Oracle EPM space. We have 2 roundtable customer connect sessions, so which are great place to connect with fellow customers, hear the story, hear other implementation story, and share your experiences and learn as a group. We also have EPM SIG meetup. Here you can meet board members. Some of us will be there, and we also have Oracle team members. So that is again a great session. And then the remaining sessions are focused on Oracle planning and budget, planning and HCM, data pipeline, financial consolidation and close, narrative reporting, IPM insights, and profitability. So yeah, so we have a great lineup this year, and we'll move to the next slide.
Thanks, Nitish. So day 1 sessions, Ali will be taking us through these sessions.
Thanks, Arun. So the first session we're going to talk about is unlocking the power of Oracle Cloud EPM SIG, or Special Interest Group. Join our exclusive meetup and Q&A. This is going to be presented primarily by Kate Helmer, one of our very own from Huron, who's also a Oracle ACE director. Fantastic resource for all of you to get to meet and pose your questions to. But we're also going to have Al from Oracle Product Management, a senior director in Oracle Product Management, involved, as well as Arun, who you've just met on this call if you haven't met him already. All fantastic resources, so 3 real powerhouses to help address any questions or any concerns. It's really an open-ended session where it'll be open to any of the applications or the functional areas that were just previously listed out. So if you have any questions on any of those, make sure you're in the Sorrento room from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on the very first day, which should be Monday, June 17th. The second session is streamlining corporate and management reporting using narrative reporting. So I did mention in my intro that I am very passionate about reporting. So this is a session that I would really encourage you all to go to. It's going to be led by Prakash, and it's going to really focus on management reporting, the new kind of next generation of reporting tools that's coming from Oracle. For those of you that don't know, the old generation is being sunset, so that is a pretty critical thing to be aware of, as well as narrative reporting, which is really more focused on report packages. So it'll really guide you through how you can streamline and look at your reporting in a more holistic or comprehensive sense to streamline the process, make it more efficient, and allow you to produce more automated and dynamic reports out of narrative reporting. So that's going to be from 3:45 to 4:45, also that same day. So 15 minutes after the first session in the same room for those of you that want to attend.
Thanks, Ali. Dan, I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks. So day 2, we're going to kick it off with a few more events than day 1 here. So we're going to start off with what looks to be a pretty exciting session here from Joe and Carolina. So this is SAIC. They've done a roadmap. So they worked with Organo to do a roadmap of their path into the cloud, and they're going to walk through kind of what they learned in this, as well as kind of the decisions they've made and what they're going to do going forward as they work towards this implementation. So they're currently in an implementation phase. So they're going to go through this and talk to you about what they figured out and how they figured out what they were going to do. After that, we've got a customer roundtable session. These are always great events. I highly recommend that you kind of make it out to these, but this is going to be kind of an open forum. There'll be a couple of people up front, similar to the previous session that Ali was talking about, but a couple of experts to kind of guide the conversation. But really, what it's going to be is your questions and just kind of taking advantage of the team and everybody that's there to open up some conversation around not just the yes/no answer to the questions, but also kind of some of the whys and different possibilities. And it really does get very engaging with the team. I'd like to see these sessions. Sometimes I like to just sit and watch and see where the conversation goes, but it's a lot of fun to do stuff like that. The next session is going to be the Metropolitan Government of Nashville. So basically the city of Nashville has done an EPM implementation. They're going to talk to you about some of those specifics. So this is a planning and narrative implementation, as well as Cloud HCM learning management. So there's a lot of products that were put in place here. And they're going to talk about some of the challenges that they ran into, as well as what they had hoped to accomplish and what the actual outcomes of the implementation were. So this should be a pretty good session here to pick up some stuff. The next session, actually the next 2 sessions, are both by Rich Wilkie of Oracle. So this first one is probably one of the sessions I'm most excited about, and I get really excited about these sessions at a lot of events, but this is the strategy and roadmap session. So this is an hour of Oracle telling us what they plan to do over the next year, stuff that they've got in the pipeline, things that they're looking to build on and expand, where they're driving the application, gives you an idea of what they're thinking, stuff that might be coming up soon. But it's just overall a really good opportunity to kind of hear from Oracle where they're going and ask some questions about that as well. The next session is going to be focused on FCCS. So again, Rich Wilkie of Oracle will be presenting. He's going to talk about the FCCS solution and how this is used to really support really large organizations and improving the efficiency of the close process and the transparency of the close process, putting a lot of drivers around that. So this should be a really exciting one if you're considering FCCS. I would definitely recommend this if you're an existing FCCS customer. There's probably some good information in here for you as well.
Glenn, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. So we're going to start the day on Wednesday with a journey to the Cloud Roundtable. And those are really great sessions to get in, network, meet everybody. It's a very, very good session. And good friend Al Marcanti is going to get into a session on connected planning. Buzzword today, how you align your plans and decisions to drive growth. I think you'll find that a very, very worthwhile, session. Later, he's going to go into modernizing some of the processes with some of the newer machine learning and Gen AI that they're putting into the cloud. I think he'll go into, you have to be up on Redwood, make sure everything is good. I think that's going to be another phenomenal session. Al's a fantastic presenter. And then we're going to have a customer / implementer session with how they deployed FCCS in the cloud. And that's going to be with Terrence Walker from Organo and Flagstar Bank. So that's going to be very interesting. And lastly, our good friend here, our chairman, Arun, is going to talk about the mysteries of EPM data pipeline and try to get us all up to speed on some of this new functionality that was just recently delivered over the last month or so.
Thank you, Glenn. I think a correction on the time on the last session, it's I think 4:15 to 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll get it corrected. Matt, I'll hand it over to you.
Sure. So day 4 is the June 20th Wednesday sessions. The first one will be by Dan, making IPM and predictive planning clear, simple, and insightful. The next session, navigating change transition from financial reports to EPM reports, by Iga Duri, manager Hyperion and Space at Caesars. That will be a good session as well. And then the last session will be driving profitability with Oracle Cloud EPCM by Andrew, product director from Alethea.
Yeah, I just want to say that IPM is one of the least used features in EPM, and I think this session will be a great session for you to know more about how you can utilize IPM and predictive planning as well, if you're implementing planning and forecasting applications.
I don't know if I'm presenting it, but it seems like a pretty good session. You'll definitely learn how to really quickly take advantage of IPM is the intent there.
Yeah. I think EPCM is another session. I think, obviously profitability is something that everybody cares about. So how can you use EPCM or allocations tool to drive that? I find it really interesting to know more about it. So one of the 2 sessions that I will definitely be attending is on EPCM and IPM for sure. All right, so those were all of the sessions that we have planned for the June 17 to 20 SN24 conference from EPM. We have a couple more slides, and then maybe we can take questions from the audience if there are any. All right, so as you have seen, we have a great panel. The members in the board are really passionate about sharing their knowledge and bringing all of the knowledge together and answering your questions and helping you, right? So we're also looking for avenues where we can have you present with us. So if you have ideas on webinars you want to present or topics you want to present, please reach out to us. You have our contact details, so any one of us, if you want to reach out, that's great. We have a couple of board positions open as well. So if you're interested in working with this team and also working for the EPM community in general, please let us know, and we can work with you to identify if you're a good fit for the team. Obviously, being a board member has its own perks. You get to be part of these kind of sessions. You get to work closely with the Oracle product management team. You can also provide feedback to them, facilitate conferences like this, and also present at various conferences. So, and one of the good things that I've felt is like you get to network with other Oracle practitioners in the space, but it also helps you to get better as a person itself, right? So you're able to, do certain activities that you generally won't be doing, so you get to improve yourself as a person, and a lot of networking opportunities in this group. So if you are interested to work with us, let us know. It's not a lot of time commitment, hardly 2 to 3 hours a month. And when we have events like this, we may connect more often. Otherwise, we don't have a lot of time commitment, but still, able to work to the community, for the community. It's a great cause. So if you're interested, reach out to one of us, and we can take it forward from there. All right, last, we have EPM user group event happening on June 13th, 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. It's based in Toronto, so folks who are in the Toronto area, if you are in this area, please feel free to reach out to me or Asmat or Harsh or Dan. We consider Dan to be part of Toronto now. So reach out to us and we can help you with the registration. It's on June 13th, 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. All right. I think that's everything that we wanted to cover. Dan, Harsh, Asmat, anyone from the board, if you have any last minute comments, remarks, otherwise we can open up for questions.
I'm just excited for the conference. I'm really looking forward to getting to meet a lot of people here. There's a lot of people on the meeting here and a lot of people on the board I haven't had a lot of time to spend with. So really looking forward to getting to share what we all know and enjoy the conference. A lot of really good content to look forward to.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. If anyone has any questions, you can type it into the question portion of the control panel. I do want to point out that we do have a great mixture of EPM sessions at this conference. We've got the Oracle sessions, so you got those top Oracle product managers presenting. We've got some great partner sessions, as you heard, and we got some great user sessions there as well. So it's always great to see what Oracle's doing, to see how users are using EPM, and it looks like a great place to go so you can really enhance what you're doing with EPM.
Agreed. I think this time we have a good mix of sessions. Customer-led sessions are obviously a great hit, so you get to learn from what they have gone through their experience. So those are one of the great sessions.
Perfect. And if you want to search sessions, if you go to I did put a link in there to the Ascent website. Super easy to search sessions in there. You go to the search feature. There's drop down a track and hit EPM Cloud. You get searched by EPM Cloud. You search by professional development. Search by just about anything, and those sessions that you're interested in might pop up. Looks like we did get one question put in there. Someone was asking, should we join this upcoming event online? There is a virtual option if you wanted to attend the conference virtually. Unfortunately, we are not streaming sessions. You will have you will be able to view them on demand the very next day. We are running some pre-conference sessions that you'll actually be able to attend live. And then 3 weeks after the conference, July 8th through the 13th or 14th, we're running the Best of Ascends. We'll have some Best of Ascend sessions running that week, which you'll be able to attend live virtually. So if you do want the virtual options, I know a lot of companies may not be able to travel to Vegas. The virtual registration is a great option. We have a company registration where you just sign your company up, and you can have as many attendees from that company attend. If anyone else has any questions, go ahead and drop that in. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and conclude the webinar. I want to thank the EPM SIG board for coming and discussing everything. You guys did a great job. Looks like you really went through all the sessions. Again, we do have a great track. All the sessions are in one room, so you actually don't really even need to leave the room. If you do go to a professional development session or a roundtable session, obviously there's education is really great. It's all in one area, Caesar's Palace, so it makes it easy to attend everything.
Yeah, I think we all look forward to seeing you all there, and I'm very excited to be there at Ascent. So.
All right, thanks everyone. This will conclude the webinar. Everyone have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.